guys, welcome back to another video. We are starting the morning off here at LZ Land with some bad decisions on pit bikes. When there's this many idiots on 110, there's only a couple solutions and outcomes that will happen this morning. Did you almost fall, Tommy?
Did I what?
It looks like you almost dropped the bike.
I'm okay.
If you guys didn't see, we flew into Florida yesterday and we're gonna be here throughout the weekend, hanging out with Adam, hanging out with the East Coast boys, and we're gonna be driving a drift event over the next 2 days. I'm super excited about it. We're gonna be uploading every day at 2:30, so be sure to come. What? Let's go! All right, here we go. Vlogging while riding a pit bike is something I recommend to no one. Whoa! Whoa! One of our primary missions today is get the car ready for driving tomorrow. Yesterday, Dylan went through the car and made sure that everything was pretty much tight, made sure everything looked okay. Today, we're gonna be getting our tires ready, and I think we're gonna go to the track later this evening, put everything on. Amongst all the madness, trying to stay focused just a little bit and make sure that we're ready for this weekend. Back in Salina, I haven't driven this car in over 6 months. We're about to pull it outside right now because I think we're gonna drive around and drift around the compound. We're having like a driver's meeting outside to kind of go over the layout, and everyone's kind of using this as an opportunity just to drive their cars, but also just like test and make sure their car works the way that we're expecting it. Pretty much give it like a shakedown. All right, so we have Adam's yellow Chaser, Luke Fink's C6, Grant's new E36, and he also has a new livery on it, so shout out to Grant, the livery looks good. Then we have our Z. We have our Z. And we have Aaron Losey's. This is an old NASCAR. I don't know if the cage has been changed at all, but it's essentially a NASCAR motor. It makes like 370 horsepower. Sounds really cool. Very interesting car. Really cool to see this out here.
I want to show you one thing that I noticed. To adjust the ride height, you put a wrench, a ratchet in there, and you turn this, and it adjusts the ride height.
You know what year this is?
Old.
Old. It looks old.
I bet it's 80s. I would assume 80s.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. himself drove this.
So I went to go get on track with everyone, and I noticed that the clutch wasn't disengaging. We didn't drive this car yesterday, and I haven't driven this car in quite a while, like I said, and I don't remember this happening. So I don't know if it's something that has just happened because the car has been sitting, but essentially, I have a belief that the clutch isn't disengaging all the way. So everyone just started driving, so you're gonna hear that in the background. We're gonna try and check the clutch fluid and maybe just crack the line and see what comes out. The simple fix would be maybe an air pocket in the line or anything of that sort. What do you think your suspicion would be as to what's making it not disengage? Do you think the car sitting for however long could have done something to the pressure plate?
I don't know.
The clutch or the flywheel?
This was power steering fluid, and I still kind of think that, but these had tamper tags. Seem fine, I thought. I don't know. I'm gonna probably have you get in it.
And then I was gonna
run
say,
it, see if we can engage it and disengage it. And I'll just lay on my back and watch the clutch to the inspection panel.
yeah, what was weird, well, it's gonna be tough because we're not gonna be able to do it in the air, but when I give it gas, the wheels will go, but it won't like simulate.
But I can see if you depress the clutch pedal, I can watch all the discs and the friction discs and the plate engage or disengage.
Okay, cool.
So at least we'll know if it's moving or not. That's a good spot to start, I feel like. So just first things first, check for an air pocket. So cracked the bleeder, had him press it. There was a blockage in the bleeder, and then he pressed it, and there wasn't a blockage anymore. So like, you know when you pee after sex and then it just goes everywhere. But so anyways, it spurted across like 4 feet. So anyways, that was there. There was probably some air in it. And then looking, there's a big check plate on the bottom of the bell housing. It's Florida, I don't know. So I want to say that maybe some corrosion on the friction discs or something in there, because I heard it when you were pressing the clutch pedal. Are you still dumbfounded by that?
I'm a virgin.
Oh my God. Well, when you get dirt in it or something.
You know when you pee and it splits like this?
Well, I heard it when he was pressing it, and then after like 2 full pumps, it went clink, which means that it engaged the throw-up bearing or the release bearing, but it took 2. It's not. What?
Sometimes you have to sit on.
So now, it looked like it was moving. We went through the gears. He said it still feels kind of weird. So I'm just gonna have him back out, see if he can back out okay. Step 1, and then step 2, I'll have him just go do a lap and see how it feels.
Well, now we're just gonna have to try and get back on track while everyone's running it, because we can't go out that way, which is the ideal way.
Best of luck.
Okay, so we just did some pulls. I don't know if we got it on camera. We just kind of went outside and just did some like pulls to see if we could get the car to feel the same way. Because essentially I was like just giving it gas and I felt like I wasn't going anywhere. And then we were actually, I don't remember his name, but this gentleman right here from Drift Games was like, yo, sometimes the Samsonoses don't shift it in gear all the way, and you think it's a clutch, but it's really just the gear's not engaging all the way. And he said that sometimes the linkage over time can get sloppy and a little loose, and when you pull this transmission, you put it in a gear, you pull the shifter, you hear like a bing, almost like a bell. And the last couple times I've noticed that it hasn't really been ringing and dinging when I put it in gear, and he's like, that is a literal like prime reason for why sometimes it doesn't engage. We're gonna tighten it up and see how it feels.
There is some shit I've never seen in my life. I am so impressed right now. This was my view. Let me just show everybody. This is what I saw.
But it's a welding.
Yeah, it's welded.
Yeah, that diff's broken 100%.
Where's the Poly? Well, there you go. Yeah. Whoa, that was weird.
That's what I'm saying. That's super weird. I've never seen it do that. So, for future reference, don't weld these diffs, shim them. I've always had issues with these welded. As soon as you just shim them and they'll last for years.
Really?
Obviously, it's different when you're running that much power, but
yeah,
they will last way longer to shim.
This thing lasted like 6 years. Okay, so we were just looking at it, and then Luke came over for a second and looked at it, and I don't know, what made you go to the diff first? Because I was telling you that the car was acting weird when we were in gear, and it wasn't going anywhere. Everyone that I've talked to, 9 out of 10 people went to the trans and the clutch, and you went to the diff.
Well, I won't take full credit. My guy Russ,
okay,
he's a freaking genius. He went to the back, but obviously you guys have looked at everything up there.
Yeah.
And the next place you go, if it won't move, and especially with something like this, if you've just broken like a single axle or something like that, you'll only get that little bit of drive.
I guess if you think about it like that, interesting. But yeah, or I should say, Luke started spinning the rear wheel, and I was like, what the heck? The other wheel isn't moving. Watch, I don't know if you can get a shot.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So you can see spinning, not spinning, but then I've never seen that particular thing before
weird.
ever.
That's super weird. I don't know when it would have. When I last drove it, it was working.
To be fair, like being a weldie, you might have just turned and it might have just been loaded up. You might have had a bunch of stuff sitting in the car or something. It could have just broke the weld. Like, it's weldies. Like I just said to you off camera, shim these. Everybody, if you're gonna do a Z diff, shim them. Don't weld them, shim them, please. Trust me on that, it'll last way longer.
So after finding out that the diff was smoked, we had to drop that, and we also had to start removing the drive shaft so we could get to the transmission, so we could also get to the clutch, because luckily we had that spare clutch, and we can go ahead and chuck that in as well.
Oh, what's that? Oh, you welded a plate in, you fucking hack?
Bro, it was good.
Please, Phil.
This shit. What do you? I mean, you welded that in? Yeah. So we can weld this back. Oh.
Weld the gears together, man.
Yeah, we can weld that back together. You can weld that back up.
The carrier. That's it. You're good.
Yeah. So you just.
I told you it was 6 years ago.
Have you
learned to weld since?
No.
Okay, so basically,
restrict the crown.
You use this as a plate in between. Not ideal, but at least it's fixable, right? Yeah. You don't have to get a diff off Adam.
Yeah, that's actually.
I'm just gonna have to pull it out.
Your clutch is still. Your clutch is still
a bit.
But this is good news.
It's a bit. How you going?
Yeah, it's a bit. Oh, sorry.
Why is that not turning?
Because this is locked in.
Oh!
That's a real pretty color.
No, we gotta get the chunk. Where's the chunk?
Spin it. I can hear it.
Hear it.
Oh, never mind. That's just a dip. Unless that's all the trees or whatever. Oh, it's so busy.
Oh, there's a few.
No, we're looking for a plate. Oh, nice. Maybe, maybe that's the plate.
Maybe chunk.
Yeah, we found out that basically there's two ways to weld a diff, and one is you weld all the spider gears to the carrier and to the spider gears, or you do that and put plates in, or just plates in, whatever. This one just had plates, and the plates at one point exploded, got caught. One got munched in the gear, so there's just metal shards throughout all that. So, oh, look, a welder.
Everything you need to weld a diff, buddy.
We're just gonna re-weld that one.
Sick.
Because we're disgusting, and I love it.
The spare JZ motor that I had built with all the Brian Crowder parts, I shipped that to Florida like, I don't even know, a year ago? Because we were supposed to swap it in this car at some point and do a whole new motor setup. This motor has still held up, it hasn't blown yet, and we had low compression, whatever. And I was just talking to Sean, and Sean was like, have you just grabbed your clutch yet? The spare one you have in the box? I'm like, I don't have a spare clutch. And he's like, yeah, you did. You sent a clutch over with the camera died when we filming the last clip. I have a spare motor here. It's 1,000 horsepower. When I shipped that here, we shipped a spare clutch with that motor. I completely forgot about that. Sean Booth was like, yo, you have a spare one. I know exactly where it is. Name on the box. ACT, triple plate, brand new clutch for this car. Our diff's gonna be fixed. It's a long night, but we're gonna get it fixed.
Well, Dylan's already got the trans out, and how are we feeling at this current stage right now?
Good. Usually I use my shoulder to put these in, but there's all these little wires on these sequentials. So there's a trans jack over there just staring at me, so I decided to use it. So that's good. And then there's this bell housing and adapter plate. So I just wanted to separate it because it was way easier. So now we pull this bell housing out. I'm gonna pull this clutch off, and then we happen to have a nice new one. Thanks, past TJ. And then we'll just start from the forward back. We'll do clutch, bell housing, trans, drive shaft, and then I'm gonna have to re-weld that super busted ass diff. And then we'll put that in, and then we'll be good for tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
Sorry, I thought you wanted a handshake. My bad.
No, I'm here for it. It's okay.
I haven't done this in so long.
Nah.
I don't understand where. I didn't know it said Ripperino on the inside.
Holy shit.
Well, I guess they put it there because they're like, well, if they ever do see it, it probably was Ripperino. So
It's funny, it's like logos that would never be seen.
yeah, and they're like, well, if you see it, you know it was Ripperino.
Flywheel, smoked. Clutch, smoked. Diff, smoked. This is sketchy. I love it. It's working right now. I just got the triple disc in. Thanks ECT. Everything's torqued. Make sure you look at your torque specs. Use Loctite, the proper Loctite. I can't speak. I'm tired. I'm hungry. It's sideways.
Oh. All right, it is 12 o'clock on the dot.
What did I say?
On the dot.
I said we'll probably be done by 12 o'clock, and you're like, what? No.
It's 12 o'clock on the dot, and what are you gonna do? That was a little more than a little bit.
All right, we just finished the car. It works. I cannot believe that we got that done in time. I just want to give a big personal thank you to Luke Fink. He helped a lot. Grant helped, Dylan helped, Marco helped. So many people helped get that thing done. And after like 4 or 5 hours of working on something, sometimes you just go like brain dead if it's just like super annoying and challenging. And that was definitely how it felt today. Grant wants me to tell you guys that the reason why he doesn't have a YouTube channel is because
Standing over there by yourself again.
Yeah, why can't you hang out with us?
Grant makes fun of everyone who watches all the YouTube channels. That's why he doesn't have
the
one.
vlog wants to be a part of this, and you're talking to them alone. Why don't
Just
you bring him over?
briefly.
Why don't you bring him over?
Briefly.
Let him join the fun.
What do you think I'm here for?
Let him join the
Why
fun.
am I right here?
I don't know, but let him join in on the fun. Let him join in a booth talking about Vlogmas.
Are we having so much
get
fun,
him.
Grant?
Go get him.
Wow. I just want to preface really quick. I don't want to show too much of Adam's build because
That's
I
fine,
want
but
you guys to go and see
real
it.
quick.
But this is the first time I've kind of seen the whole entire StreetHunter kit on the rear and with the wing and the wheels, and it looks so good. And Booth really wants to say hi to you
I was like,
guys.
he can't be talking. Of course the camera's out. The fuck? This can't be the first car you've seen, bro. What?
It's the first one that I've seen, not in red. I don't know.
talking
This one's
about,
cool.
bro?
Booth, if you just want some airtime, just ask for it.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna get some airtime tomorrow
Yeah,
when
dude,
I
look,
door your ass.
You got prime real estate right now.
I'm just gonna hear him rewatch this clip in his room like 6 times in a row.
Fuck Hunting Co. Fuck Vlogmas.
Dude, he didn't tell anybody. It was his birthday. Well, technically, by the time you guys are watching this, it was his birthday yesterday. What?
Sorry?
Vlogmas. Vlogmas, dude, 2022. Yeah. You wanna know who created Vlogmas? It was Sam.
Salmon.
It was Salmon.
Salmon made it.
It was Sam.
Yeah, salmon.
Right, Sam? Oh, he's not here anymore.
No, he's right there. He's right there.
Sam, right?
Right?
That means hi in Japanese.
No, it does not mean hi in
That means yes.
Okay.
It's been a long night. What can I say, dude? Sorry about it.
All right, we just got back to the house.
I'm gonna cuddle you up, baby. Me and you together, same bed.
You don't even love me anymore. You don't answer my FaceTimes. You didn't even ride back here with me. I had to take Twan with me.
What? Ow! That's an aggressive pillow.
Oh shit! No, I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Yeah. Okay. Ow! 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 Okay. All right. Who's sleeping?
Sorry.
I washed them 4 times.
And you just drove my truck like that.
All right. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna go drive for the first time in the car. Hopefully it works. I don't know. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out and keep moving forward.